Hi guys, Daniela here. I am so happy to be here today. I actually wanted to introduce you to this amazing collection that we just launched on danielabellalashes.com. Check it out. I have 3 different styles for Valentine's and I use one of them today to do this look. I want to show you how to do an easy Valentine's look only with the stuff that you might already have at home. So check it out. Stay tuned. I hope you love it. Love you all. So for the first step, we're gonna be using Lightful C by MAC. This is an amazing softening lotion that I love spraying on my face just because it hydrates very nicely. And with this winter, you want to make sure you're spraying your face and hydrating as much as you can. All right guys, let's hop into our step number 2. We're gonna be using one of the primers that you pick. I love this one, XOXO, and this one, Laura Mercier one, because this one is more of a shiny primer, this one's more of a smoothing primer, so it just depends on what the look you're going for, but I love applying primer because that's gonna allow your makeup to stay on longer. I'm gonna be picking my XOXO primer. This is one of my favorites because it's all natural, it has no chemicals whatsoever, and it really helps you smooth your skin before you apply your makeup. I love XOXO because it's really a mattifying primer. So if you're more into like the oily skin, I definitely suggest you to get this because it will mattify your skin so nicely. The next step is gonna be applying our foundation. I'm gonna be using Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. I love this one because it will definitely make your skin look a lot more smoother and a uniform color. I'm gonna start blending this foundation with a beauty blender. I love applying my foundation with a brush first and then blending it with a beauty blender. It just looks better, a lot more smoother. The next step is gonna be applying my concealer, and you guys know I love Fit Me by Maybelline. This is one of my favorites. It covers incredibly and I just love how it just blends. You guys know I always do my concealer in a triangular shape because I think it just blends better this way and it really helps you lifting that eye from that darkness that happens with your under eyes. When you blend your concealer, do it with a beauty blender and make sure that you are not dragging the beauty blender but actually pressing and bouncing very lightly because that's gonna help you blending better and make sure that you're not dragging out the color but actually just placing it and spreading it nicely. Next step is gonna be to add our translucent powder to set our face and keep it in place all day and also help us to smooth our pores. So I'm gonna be using one size translucent powder. I love it, it really does the job. I also have this option of the Milani powder, and this one is a drugstore product. I love it as well because it really works, but also it's super affordable. And the difference is really that it's just a pressed powder, not a loose. You're gonna start setting underneath your eyes very lightly with this powder. I'm using that one size translucent, the loose version. I love it. It really will help you set your makeup so you don't have to be touching up. Apply that powder basically where you shine more during the day. I think it's important that you lock the makeup in place so that you just take away all that shine. Taking that excess powder just so that we don't see that white film anymore. So now we're gonna hop onto our bronzer. I'm gonna use my Guerlain Terracotta number 3, and I love this bronzer because really what it does is just warms up your skin. It really gives you that like snatch look. I'm gonna start warming up the face lightly on the forehead area and then bringing down the bronzer to my cheekbone. Try to make sure you do very like light motions and like don't press your brush too hard on your skin. Be very gentle. I think it's very important that you keep that gentle touch going because it will help you blend better as well. All right guys, so I'm just basically applying this bronzer on the sides of my nose. I love this trick because really it's like getting a nose job without the surgery. So if you have a thick nose, voila, this is your trick. Our next step is gonna be to add some blush, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply a peachy tone. If you're not sure on what shade to get, I always say try to get a shade like that has a little bit of that peachiness in it because it really works for a lot of different skin tones, so don't worry too much about what shade you should use. So now we're gonna just press the powder into the cheeks. It's literally the easiest way to apply your blush, so like don't try to do too many moves or motions. Really, if you just press into your apple of the cheeks and then just bring it up higher, that's all you need to do. You don't need to be blending too hard or anything like that because you don't wanna peel the makeup from the bottom and make it patchy. So just press and go. All right guys, let's hop onto our highlighter. I'm gonna be using these 2 tones I love this palette by Dior. I'm just gonna go on top of my cheekbones and just kind of applying this nice sort of glow. And also, remember just to go on the higher points of your face. So like, you know, your center of the nose, your chin, the Cupid's bow, maybe a little bit on the brow bone if you want. All right, guys, we're gonna take a palette that has mostly matte colors because we need to use those as a base. And I love those just because they're gonna really enhance the eye. I'm taking a darker brown color and I'm applying it in the outer corner of my eye. I'm just trying to blend that very nicely. Just kind of focus all the pigment onto the outer corner of your eye, just to create more depth. Now taking a smaller brush, I'm just gonna go right under my lash line with the same shade that I apply in the outer part of my eye, just to give it a lot more depth and definition. Now I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath palette, and I love this pinky gold color. Just pick whichever one you want, but like really this is the easiest way to apply it. I'm just gonna take it onto my fingertip and just press the color lightly onto the lower lid and just kind of press it. You can also drag it so that you get more pigmentation on, but I love this step because you don't need a brush. You can literally just do this with your finger, very easy. And this palette is just beautiful. This color gives you like that gold, but also like that pink. Now we're gonna apply some mascara. I love Superhero by It Cosmetics. It's literally my favorite. I love to start from the roots and just kind of elongate all the way to the tips because it really creates this super long effect. Don't forget your lower lashes. It's very important because it really will finish up the look and open up your eye even more. Something that you cannot forget this Valentine's is black eyeliner. I'm gonna show you how to create this big trend right now of the foxy eye. I'm gonna start by applying this liner onto the outside part of my eye. So as you can see, I just started right here. I'm gonna glide it out as much as you can. And just with your fingernail, you can just go underneath the line and just pull it so that you create that line and it's a lot more sharper. We're just gonna add a little bit of this into the inner corner of our eye right here. And just remember, we're not closing the line all the way. We're just doing the interior part and then the external part. That's it. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lipstick before my lashes, and I'm just gonna take a light pink color and just press it into the center of my lips. Just take something that is not too bright because we already have a lot going on the eyes. We wanna try to keep it that way and make sure that the eyes are the focus. So just on the lips, just do something light. You can also do a liner, or if you just don't wanna do a liner, you can just do a gloss. I'm just gonna do this gloss actually that I love. This is by Maybelline and it's called Reef. I'm just gonna pop a little bit on the center and then with my finger just kind of run that and keep it very just light. We're going to finalize the look with these beautiful lashes. These are my new collection, XOXO Collection. I'm gonna use the Valentina lash. These are gorgeous, very just wispy and pretty. They come in with a free applicator, so definitely check those out. And just remember that you can reuse a pair of Daniela Bell Lashes up to 35 times. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these lashes, and I applied Daniela Bell Lashes glue onto the band. I suggest you to use actually this glue because it doesn't have any latex, and if you have watery eyes, this is the way to go because it's waterproof. And again, if you have sensitive eyes, it's also great because it's not gonna harm your eyes at all. I'm just gonna take the lash and aim it upward, and I'm going to drop it right in the center, like so. And then for the last step, I'm gonna take the outer corner of the eye and press it onto the skin, and then the inner corner and press it into the skin. And that's it. All right, guys, I hope you loved the look. This is the finished look. Very cute and glamorous for Valentine's. Again, very easy to achieve. Don't forget that you can get your lashes at danielabellashes.com. I have 3 different styles. These are the Valentinas, which are like very just wispy and peachy and cute. But I have 2 other styles, a much more natural one, and then one that is more of that like flare and just wispy, very pretty lash as well. So just check them out. I hope you guys love this look. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.